What's happening, everyone? Some big news has just landed. Chelsea have signed Alejandr Garnacho. There isn't a better man in the world to discuss this move with than Mr. George Benson.
Well.
What do you think?
Off the top of my head, I don't know if this is entirely necessary. I'm very sceptical, but there's no doubt that there is a very talented footballer in there. But is football his priority all the time? I'm not convinced. I think we've got a lot of good footballers at our football club right now. And I can't fake the excitement about this. I can't lie. I still think he could come very good. But there's a lot of things we don't know about football. And Garnacho's ability is unquestionable. But this isn't tearing up the ground for me.
Yeah. Do you know what's weird with this one? I think if you separate Alejandro Garnacho, the person, with the footballer, I think it feels very different. So as a player, I rate him. I think that there is a player there. Whether he delivers enough, there's question marks, of course. But he is capable of being a really good player. But I find his conduct as a man quite often repulsive. I find the way that he goes about being a Manchester United player horrific. I think the lack of respect that he's shown to that historic British institution, appalling.
I think it's awareness, isn't it, really? And I think the fact it's been so... And you can tell he's definitely spending a lot of his life on social media.
Yeah.
And the fact that he just hasn't really gone down that well with Chelsea fans. And then obviously there was the quote, and I don't know if it's exactly a quote, but we heard the news that it was going to be, if I don't sign for Chelsea, then I won't play football for 6 to 12 months. You're saying that while still being paid by Manchester United a salary, and you're coming out there like that, having seen all of these questions, these rightful questions from Chelsea fans and football fans in general. Like, is this guy's priorities straight?
It's a worry, isn't it? Because he's got such an arrogant quality without ever really proving it. I feel like in his head, he's Cristiano Ronaldo. But the one thing that Cristiano Ronaldo did, perhaps to a level beyond anyone else, is pat raft, work his socks off. And Alejandro Garnacho hasn't done that. And when you think about why Chelsea have been good, and look, you've been in and around it, do you know what Enzo Maresca deserves so much credit for? And I've flagged his mistakes, but I will also flag that he's got this so right. He's got his people to form this togetherness, this unit, this belief, this team spirit. And that has taken us such a long way. Alejandro Garnacho coming in, how on earth does that improve the togetherness of this Chelsea squad?
I think if we look at it from a footballing perspective, it could make sense, couldn't it? Because Garnacho likes to get in the box, he likes to shoot. I think Gittins is definitely that option where you can have him out wide, he likes to cut in, and I think we saw in the friendlies he can be nice and intricate in the final third. I think what we're looking at in a footballing sense is having two different options, at least, in every position to be able to do something different, either in-game or per fixture that we play against whoever. But you've hit the nail on the head. It's the outside things that aren't just about footballing ability that right now are so favourable to this Chelsea team. They clearly get along very well. You can see that. There are relationships...
Harmony, man. Proper harmony.
Yeah. The relationships in the team are clearly thriving at this point, and I think Maresca is at the forefront of all of that. So anything that could possibly jeopardise that on any level right now cannot garner excitement from me.
And if you think about what he's done, like regardless of what you think of Ten Hag was a Manchester United manager, and that in itself commands respect. He's got to the very top of the game. Like, managing Manchester United is one of the biggest, most highly coveted jobs in world football. As is the Chelsea job, it would be comparable to the Liverpool job, the Inter Milan job, the AC Milan job, the Barcelona. If you are in that office, you deserve respect.
Yeah.
And even if the incumbent doesn't, even if you don't rate Ten Hag or rate Amorim, the office of Manchester United manager deserves a respect. And the lack of respect shown to the club, the lack of respect shown to the manager, the fact that he was wearing a Marcus Rashford Aston Villa top, the fact that the other day we saw him with a vape.
Apparently that was an old picture, but even still.
He's got a brother that seems to be quite distracting. And like I say, all of this concern from me, it's totally underlined and almost equalised because I do rate the player. I know it's weird to pick one moment. In fact, I don't have to pick one moment. I could talk about a lot. But it's quite possibly the top 3 goals I've ever seen what he did at Goodison Park.
Yeah.
It's quite possibly the top 3 goals, not I've seen with my own eyes in the stand. I mean, literally on telly. I've watched goals from before I was born.
Let's put that into context then, because that is clearly a moment that not every footballer can create. Not everybody can do that.
No.
So there's clearly a real talent in there. So there is a possibility here that this is a Manchester United problem.
Yes.
But then I don't think whatever's going on at Manchester United, surely it should be within your interest, with such a passionate, loyal fan base, with so many numbers all over the world, to be the guy who takes that problem, which is the club as an entity, and like, right, I'm going to take this into my own hands here, and I'm going to die on this hill and make sure that I've given everything for this football club.
Yeah.
That would put, if we were talking about signing Garnacho and signing Garnacho after seeing that, this is a 50-minute video talking about how we're going to win everything this season.
I know.
But that's not what's happened.
If he fulfills his potential at Chelsea, we have a player. Like,
Yeah,
honestly. Like, do you know what? I remember, the cup final when Manchester United, the cup final they got beat when Gundogan scored.
Yeah.
They brought him on. Garnacho came on. He didn't start. He came on. And he was brilliant. He was brilliant. Like, I didn't want Man City to win that. I didn't like the idea of them doing winning more than one trophy, basically. And they brought Garnacho on, and he did more than any Manchester United player that started the game. If he'd started, and obviously then you've got the Everton moment. Like, I've seen many moments where he scored big goals, done it on the big stage, and you think if he could just channel that ability, he's going to be a world beater. What's happening, everyone? I'm terribly sorry to interrupt this video, and I really do hope you're enjoying it, but I have something big to tell you. I have started a members section. I've started doing loads and loads of content for my community, for the most loyal subscribers of this channel. If you fancy becoming part of it, I would love to welcome you in. There are some videos on there already, and we have some brilliant things to come. There's going to be Q&As, there's going to be live streams, there's going to be stuff that is simply exclusive for you. So if you want to be part of it, please do join the members section. To find out more, click the link in the description below, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Well, I think right now, coming into Chelsea at the perfect time, because I think we're going to have zero tolerance for any incompetence, let's say. So I think the problem might actually be Manchester United, but he's just not taken himself seriously enough to be on the right side of that reality.
Like, he is only 21.
Yeah, so, I was making a few mistakes.
This is it. This is the point that I was making. You know, like the mistakes that he's made, wearing the Rashford shirt, like just making these mistakes. He's on some level unforgivable mistakes, but they're unforgivable if he's 31. At 21, he is arrogant. He does have an inner belief that he should be maybe starting games. And didn't he come out? Do you know when Manchester United had like the worst moment of their recent history? When they got beat by Tottenham in a European final. In the mixed zone after that game, he basically hung the club out to dry. He made it all about himself. But that is, without sounding incredibly old, that is a youthful thing to do, isn't it?
It is. And I feel like we've kind of only just got over the hill now of talking about Chelsea and how youthful we are and how there's seemingly potentially problem players in the squad. It wasn't that long ago that we had Madueke and Jackson arguing whilst Cole Palmer's about to take a penalty. Yeah. Not to keep bringing up all of the bad moments of the past.
Do you think this is a good signing?
Right now, no.
Does he start?
No.
Is he better than the players that already don't start? So, for example, is he better than Gittings?
I have to answer this, don't I?
You don't. You don't have to, because the answer is you don't. Like, we don't know.
Yeah. But I would say, I think Gittins is going to get more minutes than him.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you not think Garnacho is ahead of the pecking order?
Right now, I don't see how he can be. And again, it's one of those, isn't it, where if Maresca does start picking him and he starts to do well, then stay in the team. I want players that are going to consistently play at the highest level. He uses
this as a chance. Like, it hasn't worked out. His career is stumbling. It's certainly not going as he hoped. It's certainly not going as he, with his inner belief, believes it should go. Is there a world where he will suddenly go, okay, I'm joining a team with genuine potential, despite failing, arguably failing at Manchester United? He's got promotion. He's gone from a team that finished 15th to a team that finished 4th. He's gone from a team that finished 15th and on in Europe to a team that are in the Champions League. He's gone from a team that won no silverware to a team that won 2 trophies.
Yeah.
He's been promoted.
Big time.
Maybe he goes, okay, I've lucked out here, and therefore I'm going to give this everything I've got.
It's all if buts and maybes at the minute, isn't it? But I think in terms of a Premier League move, like I certainly think he's a player who thrives off of the fact that his name is bigger from playing at Manchester United, but on a personal level. And at Chelsea, that will be no different. Maybe not even on the same scale as Manchester United, in all fairness. But I think this move could easily be a prime example of what we saw with Renato Vega.
Yeah. You can't lose.
Yeah, you buy Renato Vega for 12 million. I'm like, who the bloody hell's this geezer from Basel? And now if we sell him for 30 million, I'm like, well, that's why we bought Renato Vega.
Yeah.
Could it be the same with Garnacho, that we now offload him for more money than we've spent on it?
Because even if it doesn't work, in a year's time, his value won't have decreased. He's 21 years old.
We've also got Quenda coming in, who anybody who knows anything in Portugal, not that I watch that league every week, but people are saying that he could be as good as Lamine Yamal. Shoot the messenger. But, I mean, how can I talk about Garnacho in that ilk right now? I can't.
And all I'm thinking is, Pedro Neto, Esteval, and then like Cole Palmer. That's like Cole Palmer and Alejandro Garnacho don't play the same sport.
No.
But the people that he'd be looking at and maybe thinking that he could get in the team ahead of, I just think he's miles away. Like, he's nowhere near Esteval.
No.
He's nowhere near Pedro Neto. Like, nowhere near. Like, he flopped in a team that flopped. Neto shone in a team that succeeded. Like, sometimes football's very simple, but maybe you've hit the nail on the head, George. Maybe this is just an example of Chelsea taking a business punt. It's a venture capitalist punt. If it goes well, he's worth 100 million. If it goes badly, he's worth what he's worth now.
But then it's also like, if he plays well and he does well, then why would we want to sell him? And this is how fickle and fun football can be, because we could be saying all of this now, and like, I'm not exactly very excited about this right now. Give me 2 good months of scoring goals and getting assists and Chelsea top of the league.
Singing his name.
Of course I am. Yeah. That's what I hope for. I'd love that. I'd love for him to make his career at Chelsea.
We could do Lady Gaga for him. Alejandro.
Yes. I love that.
Alejandro.
I think you come up with a good song. Absolutely. I don't know if I can imagine that, but it'll go down well.
But maybe, from what you've just said there, George, you have hit the nail on the head. Because you went, well, what happens if he does really well? Well, what happens if he does really well? You sell Gittins. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is why we stockpile, because they all are in a race. Everybody has to do better than everybody.
Yeah.
Someone will get the place, but everybody else, the value will hold because they're so young, and you will turn a profit.
And shall I tell you who could absolutely show his worth in gold by having this come in? Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah.
Argentinian counterpart.
Be a captain. Be a man manager of him.
There you go. Yeah. And Enzo Fernandez is coming to Chelsea, still very young. And like you said, you questioned him. I certainly questioned him as well.
He had a very difficult start.
But you can see that he loves the club. He loves sticking up for his teammates. And if there's anybody that I think would bring him under the wing, it would be Enzo Fernandez. And I think it's empowerment, isn't it? When you're a young player still, and you're the second captain, all this. Reece James is my captain. Yeah. End of. But Enzo Fernandez is embodying that role. So this could be a perfect opportunity for him to kind of level up that criteria within himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Mate, I'm quite excited about it now, weirdly.
I mean, we can rationalise it in so many ways. Yeah. And it's still exciting because he is clearly a talented footballer.
Yeah.
But to not go at this with any caution, I think would also be foolish, because if he does kick up a fuss again, I mean, I don't think there would ever be a more universally hated signing if he starts acting like a ponker within a month.
No,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely. He'll be ostracised almost immediately. Very interesting to see how it works out, Mr. Benson.
Let's hope for the best, mate.
Not a better person to discuss it with than you, sir. So thank you very much for finding the time, and thank you very much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. Before you go anywhere, I need to remind you that the link to George's YouTube channel is in the description below. Make sure that you check it out. Fantastic Chelsea content on there. In my very humble opinion, the best of the best. So make sure that you guys subscribe to George. Sensational stuff. Let us know your thoughts on this video in the comment section below, and we will see you all in a bit. Ta-da.